what does the tool provide for us? What does it give us? Is the key question. And again, Anna and Kieran gave you the science. I'm going to kind of try to boil it down to the really simple stuff. So it gives us two things. It gives us actionable strategic data, and it gives us direct and very important visibility within the company. So what do I mean by actionable strategic data? It tells us, as Kieran got into, it gives you a really detailed snapshot of what's going on the ground. What do people think about you? And it also gives you data that you can act on, and that's the important thing. So, what do people think? But also, how do we improve our numbers? The other critical thing, and I'll get into that in more detail, is that with data, I mean, the whole opening, sequence, the introduction to this project, this presentation was about using science um, to measure social license, and that science, that data that this provides, gives you direct visibility within the company in a way that we haven't seen before. So it takes it out of the realm of anecdotal, qualitative, and into the realm of science. And for those of you who do work in the mining industry, you know that we are all surrounded by engineers and finance people. These are people who live on data. So I can't speak enough to the importance of being able to bring data to the table in order to have a conversation, and in order to measure that risk. So let's just talk for a minute about the actionable data. I'm going to again try to go through this fairly quickly so you can ask questions. But it gives you data on what are the issues in terms of the positive issues that people are concerned about. So that's things like jobs or business opportunities, but also the negative issues like noise, dust, vibrations, concerns about tailings, for example. It gives you actionable data about your engagement, the quality of engagement, what people think when they have interactions, and the quantity of engagement. Are you doing? Are you out there in the field? Are you having conversations frequently enough? Here's a couple of snapshots from a sort of a recently new and improved dashboard that Kieran and his team have developed. Again, I'm not going to go into the details of what the data is here, but there are a lot of key questions on this dashboard, and it gives you an opportunity to get a very quick snapshot about how each site is performing against some of the critical questions. Are we getting out into the community enough? What do people think when they do have an encounter with somebody from Yamana Gold? And what's really important, I think, is that all of the detail is really actionable for the community relations teams and the people who have the day-to-day responsibilities of managing this. But it rolls up into these two critical numbers of trust and acceptance. And Kieran or I or Anna can speak to what the difference is between trust and acceptance, because they are quite different, and it's important to understand the difference. But this is essentially that it's the answer to that problem that I posed at the beginning of my presentation, which is that we say social license is important, but we can't measure it. So it becomes very, very hard to have conversations with general managers or HR teams or procurement teams that we need to take action on an issue when you don't have the data to back it up.